Stephen, how's the squad looking after last night? Any walking wounded or?
No, there's a few stiff legs and tired boys in there, but that was to be expected. But in terms of injuries, we've come through pretty well from last night.
On reflection, I know you looked at it and said that it could be a point gained going forward. Do you feel actually the experience of the result last night and the way in which the game went, that will stand you in good stead for Sunday?
I hope so. Time will tell whether it's a big point come the end of the group when it gets to the business end. But I think we're sitting in a nice place. Of course, we would have liked to be sitting there with 7 points. But we did everything we could to try and do that. It wasn't to be. We couldn't get that final touch or that big moment to get the big win. But in terms of the performance, we're looking for that quality on Sunday. And we believe if we can hit them heights or the heights that we have been performing at over the last 3-4 weeks, if you take the international break out, we're hoping that'll be enough to get us to a final.
How much are you looking forward to managing at Hampden? I don't think you ever played there, did you?
No. It's no different for me. I'll go and do what I do at any other stadium, and that's go there with a game plan for the players to try and win. I appreciate it's a huge game. It's a semi-final. I used to love playing them as a player. I'm really excited and looking forward to the challenge of the weekend. It's Aberdeen, a big rival of ours. I'm not sure whether they've done a press day, but they've obviously been speaking about the semi-final for a few days now, so they're excited, we're excited. I think it's got all the makings to be a fantastic game.
This is Aberdeen's 7th semi-final in the last 4 years, I think, under Derek McInnes. A lot of your players haven't played at Hampden, and James has obviously, but a lot of them haven't had that experience at Hampden. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage, do you think?
I'll answer that question for you at the final whistle. I'm sure you'll be there, won't you?
I'm actually at the other game, but sorry. In terms of the actual in terms of the actual game itself, as you say, it's a big game. Is it the biggest game you faced so far this season in terms of the context of the season?
I think we've faced many big games already. Spartak on Thursday night, full house at Ibrox was big. We filled our stadium for every game we've played in. They've all been big. They all feel as big as each other, of course, because there's a final at stake. This comes with a bit of an edge. When you sign up for Rangers, whether you're a coach or a player, you sign up to try and add to that wonderful history and tradition that comes with the club, and the responsibility lies on us this time round, myself, James and the players. We accept that and we go there and give it our best. We want to play in a final and we want our fans to go to a final, but we've got a tough game ahead of us. We've got respect for the opposition and the manager we're coming up against. Yes, they've got experience, but we've got good players and we've got hungry players and players that want to play in a final.
Still some frustration about the way the game at Pittodrie panned out?
No, we've moved on a long time ago from that game. I think the players were tremendous on that day. With 10 men in the circumstances, I thought we put in a really strong performance. Very unlucky not to see the game out. But the players handled themselves very, very well on the day. So yeah, I'll be looking for similar performances from individuals.
You said after that game you felt your team was a class above Aberdeen.
On the day.
Yeah. Do you think
on the day.
Do you think you've improved since then?
Yes.
How can you quantify how much you've improved? What the areas you think you have improved since then?
Well, we know each other more. We've been together for, I don't know what it is, 3.5-4 months now. We've played more games together, we've got more experience. The players know the formation, the way we want it to look. They know what they have to do to go and win the game. But big picture, going back to your question, Aberdeen finished above us in the league last year, so we showed them respect like we did at Pittodrie on the day. But I actually thought we were excellent on the day and we deserved to win the game, especially having 10 men for 90% of the game, and to lose arguably your best player, your most prolific player. The players on the day were asked a big question by a strong team in a tricky environment, and I was really impressed with my team on the day, and I thought we were better on the day. I stand by that.
Alfredo misses out obviously this weekend. Do you feel you've got enough firepower in the rest of your ranks to cope?
We'll see. That's the question I'm asking the players and the squad. Have we? and that is the big question. That's what you want to know. That's what I want to know. The stage is set for us to go and answer that question. It's very difficult to predict, but we'll have a game plan and we'll have enough quality on the pitch to win the game if we max out and hit the heights that we're capable of.
Do you feel you have to change your game plan much, if at all, because Alfredo and Kyle are both unavailable for this?
I'm not going to give you anything to that question. Wait and see. Kick-offs are fought pretty soon. You won't have to wait too long. You'll see my game plan, you'll see what we're trying to do, and we'll see if it works.
Are these occasions, like semi-finals at Hampden, are they the type of games that made you want to get into management?
Yeah, for sure. That's the reason why I signed up to be the Rangers manager with the year, to hopefully have the opportunity to go and play in big stadiums and play in big games and have the opportunity to make the supporters happy. All the signings I've brought in all spoke about moments and occasions like this one that presents themselves at the weekend. I know James and a few of the players that have been here have experienced it before. And I've also heard James say before that he'd like to, get a trophy above his head. So to do that, we've got one more hurdle in our way to get to the chance to do it in a final.
We saw what it meant to the players when they beat Celtic in the Scottish Cup semi-final a couple of seasons ago. Can you use that as inspiration, the elation you got from that to take into this game?
Possibly. We won't be going that far back, to be honest with you. We'll be looking forward. It's a completely different game. This is Aberdeen. We've played against them in the beginning of the season. We know what they're about. They're a good team. I don't think us playing Celtic many years ago will have any kind of effect on the outcome of this game.
In terms of the goalkeeping situation, can we expect to see Westford Ring keep his place?
I haven't made a decision on the goalkeeping one just yet. I haven't picked my team yet.
James, in terms of your Hampden experience, you've had some good ones and you've had some bad ones as well. Do they matter at all going into this?
Well, it's a total different team going into this game. There's a lot of new signings in the team. Obviously, I've known my experience in these games, and hopefully I can deliver that obviously to the lads and let them know what the atmosphere will be like. But the lads are well experienced already, and the top professionals, and I'm sure they'll be able to deal with the occasion on the day.
Yeah, and I guess running on from what the manager was saying, the absence of Alfredo and Kyle, presumably you as players, you feel you've got the flexibility there to cope with that.
Yeah, we've got a great squad, and that's what the gaffer's done in the summer. He's brought in top professionals in the team, and the attacking threat that we've got. They can play in different positions. So it's obviously a loss to lose Alfredo and obviously Laugh's cup tie, but I think we've got more than enough to give Aberdeen's defence a hard time.
With your penalty record, you'll not be fearing if it goes all the way to shootout?
Hopefully it doesn't get to that stage, and hopefully we can win the game in 90 minutes. But if it does get to that stage, then I'll always be confident and try and take the first penalty.
Just looking back to last night, Stephen was talking about last night, the disappointment of not beating a team like Sparta at Moscow, and how that shows how far the club's come. When you think from when you joined, can you just sum up the sort of journey that you've got to get that point to an atmosphere, experience like last night, and being disappointed that you haven't come out with a victory at the end of it?
Yeah, I think as soon as the final whistle, I think you could see in the lads' faces, and including mine, that it was disappointing that we didn't get the 3 points. And I think that's the levels that we've shown this season, how far we have come, and to be disappointed against a team like Spartak Moscow, and it only shows good signs that how far we've come. So that's gone now, and we're fully looking and prepared for this big game on Sunday.
Is a trophy still the ultimate aim for you to notch up here your time here? And I suppose that's why you signed.
Yeah, that's the gaffer's touched on it. That's why he came here, and that's why I came here. I want to lift trophies while I'm here, and as being captain, I'd love to definitely lift the trophy this season.
That would be a special honour to be the first Rangers captain since obviously the club's the troubles that it went through to be able to lift a trophy, and that's it.
Yeah, I think the fans deserve a trophy, and the club deserve a trophy, and it's down to us players to deliver that. And it's a whole team game. You know, it's just not just myself, and it's not just the 11 that's picked. You know, it's the subs and the squad players. So we've all got to put a shift on the training field and on the game days that come, and we've got to deliver.
I think just running through the team news, Scott Arfield, one of us.
Scott trained this morning with he come through fine, so he's available for training tomorrow, which will be, you know, the game day -1 session. Assuming he's got no issues, he'll be available for selection.
Bonner,
He won't be available.
and Jamie Murphy, Graham Dorn, sorry, is there any update on?
Yes, Jamie, along with the medical staff and a surgeon, have decided the best way for him is to have surgery on his knee, so he'll be missing for definitely a few months.
Sorry, that was.
Graham Dorns. Did I say Jamie? It's your fault that.